Though I have only been growing these few months of legalization in the district, I was able to draw on the deep knowledge of my teacher to grow a beautiful bud that you have before you. This bud comes from a loving home where the plants have grown up in the sounds of chanting and the sensations of Reiki and home abundant healing crystals. This particular plant was grown organically under artificial fluorescent lights and specially mixed organic soils from the hillsides my teacher calls home. Because the state fair rules prohibit judges from smoking marijuana bud, I can attest for you that the effects of this bud reflect the love and cultivation that have been the life of this plant. You will feel levity and clarity, joy and peace. This selective breeding has produced a new native strain we are calling the DC Star. Woo! Cuttings from the mother plant have found their way into many other gardens in the district. The strain has found a new home. The district will be a happy and healthier place with the addition of this stellar new residence. Let's give it up for the DC Star. Yeah! Woohoo! They're putting more fossil fuels in the generator, so we'll have our power
This
soon.
is the DC Star right here, guys.
There you go.
It's quite a description.
Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Wow, this one's pretty epic. Beautiful curing.
Ready, and then you gotta hang it to dry for a while. Yeah.
For being here,
Cured for like 2
Frank is going to give us a quick message about the Old City Farm and Guild. Take it away, Frank.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to DC State Fair for the first ever Best Bud Contest in the United States. Yeah! Old City Farm and Guild. We sell plants, pots, maybe someday pot, pumpkins, and in November, Christmas trees. Please come back, support us. We grow organic vegetables and produce over here on the farm and sell to 3 local restaurants. We have our tiny house. We are moving along, and thanks for coming.
Nice, thank you.
And folks, there's lots more programming. Winner for the heaviest fruit, weighing in at 40.1 pounds, this beautiful watermelon. Congratulations! It's really heavy. Did you grow this in your garden?
Yep, in my backyard.
When did you start?
I started in end of June.
What kind of compost?
Some homemade vermicompost that I learned through, I made it through DPR, the free DC public classes that they gave.
Wonderful. What's your name?
My name's Allison, and I'm from Hillcrest in Southeast Washington, DC.
Can we eat this watermelon today?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Get some pictures with it. All right, congrats to Allison and to all of our winners. If you have something up here, please come on up and get it. Thank you to all the entrants.
What makes a winning bud?
Appearance, smell, that's mostly it. Like,
So what are we looking for in appearance?
so in appearance, you want to see how triked up it is. How triked up it is, trichomes. That's the
Show
short
me
term.
what a trichome looks like.
So the sugary bits, right? The part that looks like, a little sugar right here on the leaf, on the bud section here.
Now, how would you get a plant in this nice condition?
You would veg her for as long as possible so that she can hold as much bud as possible, and you would feed her well. Trim her up, and I guess that's essentially it. Like, just put all the love you can into her.
And now they would like to teach it to you, so please come on down if you'd like to learn how to dance for fun.
Please enjoy the beer garden when you come in. All DC made foods.
Atlas, DC Brow, and 3 Stars Brewing Company.
Where can I get your beer socks?
Oh, I don't remember where I got these, man. It's been such a long time. Thank you.
So we want cannabis to become, right now cannabis is a Schedule 1 drug. And as a Schedule 1 drug, it's in the same category as heroin and other drugs that are killing people all the time. And I don't know if you know, but cannabis has never had an actual death just caused by the intake of cannabis. Some people have allergies to it and some people get very nervous about it, but no death is 100% because of cannabis. And it's a Schedule 1 drug. We want it to be deschedulized. If it goes down to Schedule 2 or Schedule 3, then we're going to have problems with dealing with the FDA, and that will not help the people who want to grow it for themselves, for medicinal purposes. And that's what we want to make sure that people understand, is that they can do this for themselves. They don't have to go out and find it from somewhere else. They can get it right here.
So I take pride. These are all organically grown. I grow my compost for 2 years. Worm castings, you know, I don't feed with salt-based synthetic nutrients. Nothing wrong with that, but you are what you eat, as they say. You know, not trying to be at all like facetious or anything, but I think if you're going to try to eat organically, you should definitely try to smoke organically. And you know, there's a lot of arguments that would say, you know, why should you even be smoking it at all? Because smoking is not good for you. No doctor will tell you smoking is good for you. You know, you should be vaporizing it. So I try to vaporize it. My dad, he strictly vaporizes. He doesn't take any pain pills. He's been offered oxys, roxys, you know, the whole gamut of legal heroines. And he doesn't do that. He does this.
Doctors are turning more people into heroin addicts than anything else in this country.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you're gonna get a guy hooked on it who has a legitimate reason to be on pain medicine, but you're not gonna offer him any help when he wants off of it.
That's right.
And what's he got to do? Go to the streets and cop heroin.
That's exactly right.
Right? Isn't that fantastic? I thought it was a rutabaga until somebody mentioned something. I was like, oh, let me try
That's garlic?
No, this is a jicama.
A jicama, what's a jicama?
It's a jicama root, right? It's like a root vegetable, like a potato, except it's really sweet and juicy.
What does it look like when it grows? Like that?
Yeah. And you can peel it and fry it, or you can put it in stews.
It is what it is. So yeah, don't panic. Stay organic.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds
It's beautiful, man. No, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I take a lot of pride in it. I'm not trying. Honestly, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm so cool, but I am very. Straight.
These burners, they look kind of small and inconsequential, but they're actually really strong. This is what we use in culinary school a lot. When you have a really full class and there's too many students to use the burners, we use these little burners here. So they're actually way more powerful than you think. Get all this broth going. Go. So once we've got a nice sort of translucency on our onions, you know, they've cooked nicely. You know, the typical thing you look for in onions, obviously you don't want the onions to be browned ahead of time and get that color because those browned onions are going to show up in your final risotto dish. So, you know, you just get that beautiful translucency, that kind of thing that you see when you've cooked onions for about 4 or 5 minutes. We're going to throw in this recipe a little bit of garlic, a little bit of thyme. I find that even though it is a tomato basil risotto, a little bit of thyme on the front sort of balances it out really nicely. Thyme and basil are 2 herbs that go wonderfully together, so that's why I add them at this stage. But I'm not going to add the basil just yet, because I want the basil to be more of a fresh flavor at the end. Okay, the thyme cooks in beautifully.
But strains that are good, a lot of times for medical purposes, they use CBD. CBD is a different type of cannabinol, and that's the one that is more effective for medical conditions. THC will give you the high feeling, and CBD will actually help your body.
And, no problem. And tell me about your t-shirt.
My t-shirt was actually made for me by a brother of mine in Kenya. I'm from Kenya originally, and he knew that I was in DC and liked cannabis, so he made this for me and sent it to me here.
That's great. You speak really good English for someone.
Kila kitu sawa sawa bwana, hakuna shida hapa.
I can crack it open for you, but as far as you actually eating it, or eating actual, I can crack it for you. Oh, I see what you're saying. You see, so you need a spoon to get to it.
Next year, I think how many entries will this year? 64 entries. So anyone who says that people wouldn't take advantage of a homegrown law, well, here's the evidence. They are taking advantage of it. And this is cannabis that people can save, put money in their pockets. They literally are not spending money on cannabis, and instead they're growing it for themselves. Just like all those folks here who grew tomatoes, or squash, or zucchini, or cucumbers, or whatever you're growing out there, you're putting money in your pocket every time you do that. You're saving money, right? That's a beautiful thing. That's what working people do. Because you can have corn in your front box. You can have whatever in the backyard. So I only got one more minute. I just want to say we've got more work to do fixing this law. People should be able to go and buy cannabis easily. Over 21, you should easily be able to buy it. And currently there's still a lot of hurdles. You gotta pay hundreds of dollars in fees just to get the right to buy. That's discriminatory against poor people. I'm tired of it. The plant should be treated like any other plant, any other crop. You should be able to go into Whole Foods, you should be able to go to the farmer's market and buy it. And so I'm so proud of all these non-cannabis users here. There's a lot of you out there who don't use cannabis who are supporting our rights to grow cannabis. So I applaud you folks for standing up for your neighbors' rights. You know who you are, you straight folks out there, don't touch it. That's great, it's not for everybody. But for the adults who use it responsibly, we thank you. And we thank you, this is a wonderful community gathering. And now we're gonna start the judging.
You are a grower.
Raise your hand if you're a
grower! We want to see more hands next year, everybody. Without further ado, guys, I would like to announce the winner, which is the Capital OG Chronic. Everybody give it up for the Capital OG Chronic. Come on up here, come on up. Speaking of young entrepreneurs, give it up for this man right here.
Capital Growers.
Would you like to say something?
Thank you. Capital Growers, please come and see us. We offer a remote growing service where we can come in, we set you up, $150 to start off with. We grow everything remotely. We don't have to come in and bother you. Plus, we teach you how to grow along the way so you're not wasting a ton of money.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
When you started, did you know you were gonna win? Did you feel like you were gonna win?
I wanted to.
You wanted to win, right?
I definitely did. I'm very happy I did.
When you grow, do you get any kind of like other benefits from growing? Like is it emotionally?
I'll tell you honestly, it's my meditation. It's my peace of mind. It's my connection with the earth. It's my connection with nature. I'm an engineer by trade, and so Mother Nature is kind of like the antithesis of what I do. So it's kind of my escape. It gives me my happiness.
Would you do anything differently next year?
Grow more.
Anything else you want to say?
No, thank you guys very much, and thank you guys to Let's Grow DC. Thank you guys. Thanks Normal. Thanks for the DC Fair for hosting this, and thanks to the community. The community of smokers and everybody into this has always been a bunch of wonderful people that have always stuck together and helped each other out. I don't see any reason for that to change. So let's make this a community of very strong, like-minded people doing the right thing.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.